Welcome here and welcome back. Law of Spirit is one of the laws of the universe in this most incredible book that I'm not going to read straight from exactly. I will read a couple of sentences and then discuss the law more in depth so that we can understand it together. But the book is called The Spiritual Laws of Life by Harold Klemp. So the law of spirit in itself is the principle of increase. Whoa. Oh, just stop right there. Spirit increases. Okay, it's the principle of increase. Future conditions grow out of present conditions. There's always something more to come, another experience to experience. Wow. Okay, so when you think of the word spirit, I think of the word inspired or in spirit or inspiration. So if you're being inspired about something, whatever it is, that means that your focused energy, to me at least, on it is going to increase it. Okay? So you put energy into something, you will get more of what you're putting the energy into. Self-mastery simply means that a person has the ability to run his own life according to the laws of spirit. This presumes, first of all, that you know the laws of spirit. Yeah, that would be helpful. The understanding of these laws comes through the light and sound of God. It is a direct infusion of the Shariat Ki Sugmad into soul. So what is all that? What are some of those words? And what is the light and sound of God? It is also known as the voice of God. Okay, so God speaks to us through light and sound. So, and I'm not just talking about people with clairaudience or clairvoyance, though that's one way. I'm also talking about just the most simplest, beautifulest things, such as a bird chirping, or even the roaring of the ocean, the waves, the wind. These are ways, but also ways in which we hear the voice of God would be in our dreams. We get a lot of messages there if we can remember them. They're most useful. That's direct communication. And also even something called golden-tongued wisdom. If you're walking down the street and you see a billboard that says exactly an answer to the question that you had asked, right? Or you hear a sentence of someone walking by you on the street and you're like, oh, that's what I needed to know. So there are ways that the voice of God communicates. The Shariat Ki Sugmad is several books in different planes of existence, one of them being the physical plane of the earth plane, and you can actually get it here and read it. And it is an incredible spiritual text that I've read it so many times, and every read I get something deeper from it. So it's got a lot of underlying messages and a lot of straightforward messages too. And there's also other Shariat Ki Sugmad different planes of existence that you can visit at the different temples in the astral plane, the causal, the mental, etheric, and so forth. So yes, this is very out there. So if you're still with me, yay for you that you have an open mind. Spirit is the all-penetrating power, which is the forming power of the universes of hue or love. Okay, hue is another ancient word for love. So spirit is the all-penetrating power, the forming power of the universes of love. It is the immortal, unchanging source of life, which only changes from form, regardless of what the world may be. So spirit it's eternal. This spirit, the voice of hue is often known as the Sugmad, which is the true name of God in the upper realms. Oh, has one great quality, and that is to create effect. As it flows down through the world, it is from its fountainhead in the center of all creation, far above this earth world. It needs distributors, and it works through souls. Wow, right? So the hue, love, God, another name for God, or Sugmad in the upper worlds, trickles through us. And if we chant the word hue for 20 minutes, then we are aligning ourselves with that love energy. This only means that God of itself is being, and spirit is that extension of it into all universes. And you, as the instrument, are spirit made flesh. You're an instrument of God, Sugmad, all that is source energy. Wow. Our name for spirit is simply Ek. This Ek is what the Bible refers to as the Holy Ghost, the Comforter. This is the same manifestation that came to the apostles at Pentecost. They heard a sound like a rushing wind. This is one of the sounds of spirit. There are many more, such as the sound of the flute. And I'm telling you guys, this stuff is really real. The sound and light are the twin aspects of spirit. This is the voice of God. There are 3 parts, actually, that we are interested in as we step on the spiritual path. 3 parts. First, there is thought. You think something. We use our mind and the imaginative techniques in working with the spiritual exercises of Ek. So, you can do spiritual exercises daily that will help you with using your imagination, and then you'll grow into something different, okay? With the spiritual exercises of Ek, we consciously try to make contact with this light and sound of God. It's a worthwhile goal to experience the voice of God. Yes, it is. It means we have contact with the divinity, and it is most doable. You just have to want to and put in the time. You can't just say, oh, I want to hear God's voice, and then you're going to hear the rushing of the wind in your head or a 1,000 violins. There's all sorts of different beautiful sounds that you can hear. And, I used to think before it happened for me that, wow, all these people must be like having some kind of brain tumor or they're on drugs. But it's not the case. If you work these spiritual exercises long enough, you too will have the experiences with the divine. In Ek, the individual is instructed in the laws of spirit. How he uses this knowledge, like I just said, determines how soon he enters the joyful state of God enlightenment, which can be attained while still in the human body. Anything's possible, you guys. I just out-of-body traveled while awake. Like, did I think that would ever happen? I had hoped it would. Now, I'm not saying that this is the purpose of it, but it does prove to me that this is all really real and that we truly are soul having a temporary human experience and that we truly are immortal. Okay, once you can leave your body and fly above your bed, you kind of get that you're not going to ever die, right? Your body might die and you get a new one. So we truly are eternal. Now, again, I only tell you this because it's just my proof to me. You have to find your own proof. But the proof can also be very simple in the beginning if you ever choose to become an Ekis, that you can deal with toxic others much more easily, and eventually you don't even want to be around them, but you're kind when you have to be, you see? Use prudence with your defects. And the other thing you learn is that you don't get up and talk bad about people. You don't say things mean, like, oh, you don't wish bad karma on people. I see people on YouTube who are trying to, quote, encourage others by telling them that their enemies are going to be hurt. That is not helpful. That's not helpful. Okay, you're just adding to the pot of karma, and you're actually attaching yourself to every person who watches that. Do I believe that everyone's judged? Yes. Do I believe everyone will have karma? Yes. And there are some people who say it in a way like that, which is nice. Like, yes, the lords of karma will watch and judge everything a person does. So just don't have to take it on your own shoulders to get, retribution if you're really upset with someone. But there are other people who seem to get evilly entangled with the excitement and the feeling of, yeah, I want them to be hurt. That's not okay. You guys are hurting yourself. And if you call yourself spiritual leaders, that's scary, okay? Because that's not a message from God. God doesn't have anger. That might be the Old Testament God that you're reading about, but the actual God that is the God of all, Sugmad, is only love. Anger is one of the things Sugmad does not want us to participate in. Okay? Use prudence with your defects, and I love you with or without them. See? What did I just say? Use prudence with your defects, such as anger, and I love you with or without them. You are loved because God does not get angry no matter what you do. However, I also love those whom you injure by your thoughtless deeds. The law of Ek binds me to protect them. Yeah, that's hilarious. I just said that before reading it. Okay, I love when that synchronicity happens. Personal rules lead to a choice of which area to give service to God in life, but our rules must agree with the laws of divine spirit. So whatever it is that you're doing, you have to ask yourself, is Is it, oh, what's that Jesus saying? Is it kind? Is it good? Is it true? Right? Maybe that's not a Jesus saying, but I think it was. Someone made it up and put it by Jesus's name or something like that. But either way, doesn't matter. Does it matter? No. Is it good? Is it kind? Is it true? What are you about to do? And if it is, then go for it. If it's not, then it's time to look inside and say, whoa, I'm off track. And it's not to beat yourself up. If you're off track, you're off track. Just get back on track. You know, messages of vengeance might be more popular with the masses. And people might get more viewership if they're a channel creator. But ultimately, it's not about viewership. If I get no one watching this channel, at least I didn't create more bad karma for myself. You see? You know? And yes, there's only so many messages. And yes, I know I've put up stuff that people have pretty much repeated. And I'm okay with it. Because why? Because it's still getting the message out. So stay inspired. Stay in spirit. Okay? Inspired in spirit. That means you're with God when you're in spirit. You're inspired. You're being utilized in a loving, wonderful way. Okay? And also, I just want to say, if you guys do want to share my channel, because I would really appreciate it. I want people to hear these messages because I know they're going to be useful and help someone, you know? So if you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be amazing. I just want to get the messages out because I, like I said before, was in 5 different religions looking for the answers, looking for something that made sense. And yes, I got something out of all of those 5 religions, but I finally understand things on a far deeper level, far deeper. So I'm just excited to share it, to help people, whether or not they go to Eckankar. That's not the point. The point is that anything in here might be useful to you, even just one sentence that might really shift your life for the better, because that's how it works. Okay? So love yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and stay inspired in spirit. I love you.